Anyway, Mario is dead. Woohoo!
Hello, Mario. Hello, I'm Luigi, and I'm here today to tell you all about puberty and its many effects. Puberty is a radical process whereby your body becomes an adult body, entirely capable of reproduction.
30 years of streaming, and we finally did it. We're finally here. Yeah. Every now and then, I would look at that Twitch affiliate thing. I would be like, I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm not gonna think too much about it. It will happen when it happens. And I did not think, it would happen like one day after I last looked at it, and I was like, I won't think too much about it. It will happen when it happens. And I could not believe it, actually. I could not believe it. Like, I was, wow. And I get to have my own emotes now? It's crazy. Anyway, hello. How do you like my new look? I'm already past this bit. But I feel like I have to. Okay, you like it? Alright. I guess I will just keep to it. Hello, Dot. Hello, Half. Hello, Koalas. Oh, man. I feel like I have to do an old man voice now that I look like this. Anyway, I made the emotes just based off old drawings. There was no, real theme to it. I'll probably, rethink it. I'll probably go through it more properly over time. I'll probably, think about something that would actually work. So things may change. I hope no one gets too attached to Fish Smile or anything like that. I am completely... Is it not sorted by last time you played it? Okay. You like Fish Walker? Alright. Maybe I'm so attached to fish. Man, oh man. Aren't we all? I did actually... Okay, I feel like I have to show... No, that's the wrong one. Oh my god, I'm bald. I did make a long hair version of myself. Just because I felt like it. But now instead, I have to do this. I just have to. I will in fact be playing with these things slots. I'll also have my death counter on. Let's see. There we go. I remember seeing a post that was like, would a fish smoke cigarettes from its mouth or its gills? Probably the gills, I guess, right? Makes sense. Oh, I have a CRT filter on, right? Actually, I think I will keep it. It just adds a bit of a look to it. Life's big questions. Yeah, I think you would have to ask, where would a fish breathe from, right? Where would it be breathing? And I guess that's the gills, right? I wouldn't know enough about fish to know. I have the assumption. Assumptions have been made. This was the Mario that I grew up with. The SNES remake, I guess you could call it a remake, right? So it is early enough to be like that. Hello, Steezy TV? Steezy? Fish don't have to breathe because we live underwater. Yeah, that's the... I guess that's the real answer here. They would not smoke, they would just fall over and die. But, let's say you made a cartoon, right? Let's say you work at Pixar, and you're making, the movie, and one of the characters is a fish who's like, I gotta stop smoking. Are you really gonna be at the Pixar meeting and be like, well, realistically speaking, fish can't breathe? Everyone's going to look at you and be like, this guy's a fucking moron. Doesn't he know? Doesn't he know that this is what we do? Let's say you made a movie. The movie should not be about a fish smoking. Because that's a bad idea for a movie. I don't think kids... no one's taking their kids to be like that. To, see the fish smoking movie. But... you could, on the other hand, make a movie featuring a fish that smokes a cigarette. Fish vape? Oh, that's so much better. That's a way better idea. Because that's, modern. That's mixing it in. It would put the cigarette on the mouth, where the smoke gets... See, that's an animator answer. Thank you, Exogenic. This is like an animator at play. This is the thing that gets everyone at Pixar going yeah, of course, that's the obvious answer. But they are thank God someone came up with something. Damn it, I messed that up. I was trying to get that right. I'm not sure I like the music very much in the SNES version now that I think about it. Something doesn't feel right. Why did I do that? Hold on. No, I'll start over. I don't need to. I will be using states because it would be horrible. It would be too bad otherwise. Besides that, I'm trying to think of a fish vaping in a Pixar movie. And how would you adjust that? It should be about just general sea creatures, but they're like rock stars. And they're all dealing, like, they're all struggling with their own kind of, like, addiction. And one of them is a vapor. And it's funny, because a fish shouldn't normally be breathing, for one, but it shouldn't be vaping, either. Ah, damn it. How did I mess that up? Pixar movie. Fish vaping. Not the main character. But we can lead to it by having one rockstar jellyfish. Okay, we got something there. Rockstar jellyfish doing a song, singing. Record label is like, hey, you're an amazing singer, but what if you started a band? Singers goes, okay, sure. We got this guy, it's a shark, and he is addicted to... It's kind of like Inside Out, but it's all about addiction, right? So, shark addicted to something equally as bad as vaping. Processed meat, no. Addicted to social media. Got him. Fish probably enjoys finding car batteries in the ocean. Oh, that's a really clever idea. And, damn it. And we could have an electric eel that is his addiction is getting charged up by batteries he found in the ocean. Then we have 2 in 1. We don't have to overthink that part, and we have one thing that leads to the other thing, right? What was the shark addicted to? Social media, just browsing Twitter. And then we can have an octopus that is, like, addicted to posting on Twitter, which is being read by the shark. 2 in 1. There. And then, because of that, you have the fish... No, that was not the main character. We have the rockstar jellyfish. And damn it. They stand out. I certainly remembered Help on the Fish, where one fish gets addicted to a potion. I watched Help on the Fish. It feels kind of pointless to talk about the movie Help, I'm a Fish, because I think that movie was like a co-production between a French company and a Danish company. So I think that film was basically only known in Europe. I have no clue if anyone outside of Europe knows about Help, I'm a Fish. Maybe you recognize the theme song, which is like, I'm a fish, help me, I'm a fish, I'm a fish, I'm a fish. Something like that. Americans are missing out? Yeah, I don't know if they are actually, but... Oh yeah, jellyfish. Addicted to... Pension? It's kind of too similar to social media. Oh, but jellyfish gets addicted to all of... I thought a thing would come up, but it did not. God, I feel like such a fool. But Alright. It doesn't count for the death counter. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't count for the death counter. It doesn't count. This is the worst. What am I doing wrong? Hold on. I just wanted to get the coin. I just wanted to jump at the Goomba. See, it's that easy. I'm ignoring the coins. Help Me, I'm a Fish. I distinctly remember that movie and being a fan of it, though. It's one of those early films. One of those early films where you don't really conceptualize things being, oh, best viewers on streamboo.com. Hey, thank you for the advice. Kind of the movie. Did you guys ever have a point as a kid where you, how should I put it? Did you guys ever have a point as a kid where you did not realize that movies were bad? Do you know what I'm talking about? Does anyone know? Where, like, you could watch anything, and you would be like, oh, it has to be good because it's a movie. Like, every movie is good. Every movie is by default good. God damn. I feel like I had that as a kid at the very least. Like, I distinctly remember having this realization of like, hold on. I think this movie might be bad. I still don't recognize when a movie is bad. Honestly, fair. Honestly, fair. I mean, how can you judge? And I think that movie, Help Me, I'm a Fish, was actually, I don't know, I thought it was kind of good, but it was, I think that was sort of leading me up towards the realization of like, oh, all animation is kind of like not just Disney. I don't really have a real point to this other than you cannot really fathom criticism as a, oh, I forgot, yeah, I was able to do that. You can't really fathom criticism as a kid. Other than, oh, in comparison to everything I've seen, it's good. Bad movies are harder to detect than boring movies, probably. Is it? Interesting question. Oh, I'm running out of time. Why would I do that? I have no clue how I did the thing that I did before. This is honestly embarrassing. I did not expect it to go this badly. It's been a long time since I Mario'd, okay? It's been a long time. Bad movies are harder to detect than boring movies, probably. I feel like... Maybe, actually, maybe, because I feel like it's harder to, like, disqualify a movie as boring, right? At least that's how I feel. Like, for sure, you can tell when a movie is boring, but I am a lot less keen to just be like, oh, this movie boring, turn it off. Like, even if a movie is boring, I'm kind of still like, I need to give it a proper chance, though. And I've talked about this before, but so often things get called, like, boring now, and I'm kind of like, I like a lot of boring stuff, though. Like, but that's also why I struggle to recommend a lot of my favorite films. Because one of my favorite films is called Princess Arete. And it's basically like an anime movie that no one has ever heard of. But do look into it, Princess Arete. But it's so difficult to recommend to people. Because you kinda have to be like, well, it's extremely long. And so little happens throughout the entire film. And the conclusion itself is super interesting, but it's nothing groundbreaking. And so much of the film is just the main character being like in hypnosis, entranced by like not being able to actually do anything. She is just like, oh my god, I need to. No, I should not have done that. I need to believe in myself more. I can deal with this. Whoa. Like that. There we go. It's a beautiful film, but the thing about Princess Arete also, boom, is that it came out on the same day as Spirited Away by Studio Ghibli, so no one ever gave it a chance. It came out at the same time as one of the biggest, most acclaimed animated Japanese films ever. How could you possibly repeat it? Bad music can ruin a movie for me more than anything else. I 100% agree. I very often think of a quote by Sakurai, you know, the Kirby Smash Bros. Developer, that guy. And Sakurai said, there is no such thing as a masterpiece video game with bad audio. Like, Sakurai is extremely, like, how should I put it? Maybe not harsh, but he's like extremely specific about audio in video games. And he has very strong feelings about audio in video games. I think people underestimate the effect of audio, right? That's like one of my, I don't know, not complaints, one of my praises about Yumeniki, I think. It's just like, I think 90% of what makes Yumeniki great is just audio. Like, the developer, Kikiyama, my suspicion is that he is probably like a musician in real life, I would guess. Like, no one really knows anything about Kikiyama, but just purely based on like what he does in the game, I think like, oh, this guy knows audio extremely well. I haven't really seen anyone else discuss that. That's what I think. Actually, there is one thing in Yumeniki that really made me think that as well, which is just like there's this one room in the game called, I don't know, I don't remember what it's called, but people call the character Michael Jackson because it's a long black-haired character who like sits in a music production room, and I think that is the developer of Yumeniki. Like that's Kikiyama, just he is alone in a room with nothing but music. Background music does a lot of work in the game Solar Jetman. It's one of the few NES games I played that has a really good atmosphere. I believe I know what game you're talking about, like the game where you're like collecting stuff with the spaceship. Yeah, I definitely distinctly remember, if that's the case. I think I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, I remember. To be honest, I don't think I liked that game very much. It was definitely interesting as a game and all that. But I do distinctly remember the audio of the game and like how much it stood out in comparison to other NES games. And yeah, speaking of that, all that, I don't think I like the sounds in this remake very much, actually. I feel like that's almost like, I think that's a good example of like bad audio, right? Of like this remake I'm playing right now of the original Mario 1. The bad sounds in this is making me go like, maybe I should just play the original, right? I don't know, I wouldn't really know enough about the audio to know what's wrong here. I could probably pinpoint to like this is like a very early period with the SNES where like they didn't really know enough about SNES. So we probably were just like, we're experimenting, you know. Look at those happy clouds. They're like contorted together, stuck for eternity as one. Do you think Mario's a good guy? I do think Mario's a good guy. I think I have yet to see like any, I don't know, any sign that he would be a bad guy. And I think probably anything that suggests that he is a bad guy is, you know, propaganda. What the hell? Propaganda on Bowser's part, I guess. If Mario were a bad guy, he would just be doing Wario things, right? What about those cool... Well, you know, good guys also know when to deal with force, right? You can't always be diplomatic. You can't always deal with logic. Sure, I like the idealistic logic fantasy of logic being able to beat anything. But there's also just legitimately a lot of people in the world who are willing to hear anything you say and then say no to it. Damn it. And I think Koopas probably have more crimes than Mario if we had to do like a good to evil scale within the Mario world. I think Mario's probably better than Peach, you know? The only guy better than Mario might be like Luigi. This is a matter of emotion, not logic. Fair point. I see him stomp Goop. Okay, yeah. Fair. Does Luigi make you sad, though? I feel like, damn it. Is it more forgivable that Luigi stomps Koopas, but he... yeah, see what I mean? Luigi actually has a personality to him, so Luigi's doing the same thing. But Mario is kind of just, I don't know, happy about everything, and that almost gives him, like, makes him more suspicious, because no one's, like, that happy all the time. Luigi gets scared. He has real human emotions. You could probably imagine, quite vividly, Luigi, like, side, not, what would you use as a word? He would be, like, thinking about stomping a Koopa before he does it. Mario would just get to it. Man, this soundtrack is really bad. They made this not sound very intimidating at all. It's just a bit going on in the background. Luigi does have to be one of the more complex... Yeah, I think so. I think last stream, actually, I said I think I might like Mario more than Luigi. Oh, I'm screwed. But that is only from the perspective of myself trying to, like, think about how to make Mario more interesting. And then upon further thought, all I could think was, actually, Mario is not very interesting compared to Luigi. Luigi might just be eternally better. Luigi might just win at every point. And I think Nintendo is probably too scared to ever make Mario an interesting character. Why would I do that? I'm just gonna blame Mario, actually. Mario! Why would he do that? Oh my god. What the hell? How do I get past him? It doesn't count. Luigi. Mm-hmm. Damn it. Doesn't count. Why would I do that? What's wrong with me? I'm just gonna... I'm trying to think about Luigi. Hold on, and it's making me a bit flustered. I have to give myself a few seconds. Whoa! Okay, I think I did it. I did not do it. I'm still trying to imagine how do you actually make Mario into like an interesting character beyond anything. And I think there is a general trend in East Asian, not only Japanese media, but East Asian media as a whole, where people are very afraid of giving characters like, especially, right, specifically main characters. They're often afraid of giving them like flaws. Like you see this very often also in Chinese media and Korean media. It was one of the questions I remember happening with Kung Fu Panda. Because people in China loved Kung Fu Panda. But the question became, how was America able to make like a better Chinese cartoon than China? And so people were kind of conflicted about it, right? They couldn't get enough Kung Fu Panda. It made a ton of money in China. Ah, damn it. Doesn't count. And the answer to, like, the question is that in Chinese media, it's kind of like, part of, because of government restrictions, you're kind of unable to just make an interesting main character in media. Doesn't count. Because you can't show someone who's too flawed, because that would be a bad, like, role model. And from a South Korea point of view, it wouldn't really be a government restriction. There we go. Did it? It would be more just like a societal thing of like you need to show good manners and good morals. And the same kind of goes for Japan. So I don't know, I find that to be really interesting of like just how can you make Mario a good character and everyone would find it acceptable. Like, and it would be too late to change Mario's characteristics now. You can't make him like afraid like Luigi is. Then people would just be like, they ruined Mario. That does not count. They just made him the same. The easiest solution is to make a character more reliant on his friends. I think that, yeah, I think that actually might be a good idea. Like Po in Kung Fu Panda or Pikachu and Ash's. Yeah. I definitely think so. Is that? But I think that is a good idea. But I also wonder if you would probably if you're talking to, why would I do that? Mario, why would you do that? If you're talking to Nintendo executives, they would probably be like, sure, we love it, we can't get enough. However, we are afraid that this might devalue Mario in the face of other characters, and people might like him more, or like other characters more. Oh my god, I'm a master. Okay, I'm just... screw it. No. I think... oh man. People already like... that's a good point. Right? But that's, oh man. Doesn't count. It doesn't count. People already like other characters. Sure, it doesn't count. People already like other characters more than Mario. Sure, we all agree. People like Goku, right? That is I guess a good example of a good-hearted character who... does he have his fault? I guess he's just a bad dad. I haven't fully seen everything of Dragon Ball. I can't fully... I know. But what makes Goku great? Is it just that he's strong, he fights, he's powerful? You get to see more of his struggle than Mario's struggle? Maybe so. Maybe it's too different of a dynamic to compare. Oh yeah, One Piece. That's a good example of a character people like. Who's like just good-hearted. Damn it. Doesn't count. What's it? Monkey D. Luffy? Mario doesn't have any backstory really. Honestly, I think that might be the biggest issue. Because I think Luigi... I mean, technically speaking, Luigi doesn't have any backstory either, right? When I think of Luigi, I think of Luigi's Mansion. Like, there is a specific thing I can pinpoint and be like, wow, Luigi rocks, Luigi is awesome. I guess there's been so many Mario games, and I can't really think of, like, any Mario game where Mario has, like, a distinct personality that I enjoy. And how would you even add that? Maybe it's just broken. And maybe Shigeru Miyamoto spent, like, the last 20 years thinking about this specific thing, and he just gave up. He said he will never be like Goku. We did it. Perhaps Mario is a metaphor for a player trying over and over again. Huh. Valid point. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe we were all Mario all along, and we got to insert stuff. Actually, I've been talking about this entire thing. His only character trait is wanting to marry Peach. I've been talking about this entire thing this entire time, and I've not brought up the Mario movie once. And I feel like that's almost like a good example of how uncharacteristic he is. Matthias, what happened to you since I saw you time traveled? No, I'm still looking cool, right? I'm fine. God damn it! Wow, did I mess that up? It could have been so easy. I grew my hair out. You still like me, right? I've just been streaming for a very long time. Oh yeah, the good one or the new one? I even forgot about the old one. You know, comparatively, Mario has more of a character in the old one, doesn't he? Even in the TV show. Flatness of a character leaves open room for lots of interpretations. Yeah... Sure does. It sure does. But sometimes that's not good. I don't know. But that's good in like a Yumaniki, where you're like, oh my god, a dream world. And I guess it doesn't really need to exist in what I'm playing right now, right? I don't need a backstory to what's happening here. But did I like Mario in the Mario movie and the old Mario movie? I mean, wasn't he just grumpy? Like, actually, now that I think about it, damn it. Doesn't count. Super Mario Show was clear. Yeah, I mean, do I prefer, that's a good question. Do I prefer grumpy Mario over no personality Mario? Like, I guess kinda, yeah. Huh, I hadn't really thought about that. Oh wow, I'm very far behind. Yeah, the live action one. That doesn't count. Right, I have to hold it down. Okay, I get it now. Both the live action ones, Mario's like, also I beat MSG Peace Walker. Okay. Cool. Never played it. But I am interested in Metal Gear games. Would I... would I like Mario Grumpy? I think so. It would be kind of nice, actually. Damn it. Actually, as a kid, I was a big Wario fan. I had a lot of Wario games. My muscle memory now makes me think the ABXY buttons control camera sound. Okay. I mean, that's the problem I had, I think, going back to the 3DS. It's just like one thumbstick. You know, you don't really think about it until you get back to the console. And you're like, what the hell? It's insane to me, the fact that the 3DS had one thumbstick. And in the very last life cycle of the 3DS, they released an add-on to the 3DS that added a thumbstick. And it was only available for like 2 games, and that was it. Why would anyone ever buy that? Why would you buy an accessory that can only be used for like 2 games at the end of a console's life cycle? Sometimes Nintendo is insane. I also went to Germany last week. Very cool, very cool. Hardware, yeah. Nice. Even though I wasn't necessarily a huge fan of the PSP and Vita games, I was, I always liked the design a lot more than the DS and 3DS. Gott bring mich zurück nach Deutschland und mein Leben gehört dir. What does that mean? God bring me back to Deutschland and my love belongs there. Stays there. Something like that. I failed German. My last time I had German. Using the thumb num with a touchscreen was an experience. I hated that. That was like the worst. Like the additional thing you can like. I used that once and then I never used it again. I think it was only like Super Mario 64 and the Nintendo DS. Yeah, that thing. That was the worst. Bring me back to Germany and my life is yours. Oh, okay. I almost had it. I know a bit of German. I had Mario 64 for the Nintendo DS with the plastic strap thing, and I hated it. I thought it was the worst. That does not count. I ended up... Oh man. So actually what happened, I remember now, was that I lent the game to a friend and then I never saw the game again because that friend turned out to be a piece of shit who just keeps stealing my games, and for some reason I would just let him lend my games over and over again because I'm a moron who's just like, oh, but he's my friend, so surely I will get it back eventually, right? And then it just never happened. But in the case of that game, I was kind of like okay with having an excuse not to play it anymore and being like, I don't know, I guess I'll get that one back whenever I feel like it. I couldn't really get into a game because you had to use like the plastic strap on against a screen. As a that doesn't count. As a whole thing, that doesn't count. I didn't really like the Nintendo DS, I don't know, forced use of like, I don't know, its gimmicks. Love the games. Not really a fan of stylus and all that. For some reason, oh my god. For some reason, I've consistently had this problem with a dry throat. Like, it happened that sometimes I would go out to dinner with friends and just feel like I'm like struggling to eat right now. Like, I'm struggling to get the food down my throat. And I couldn't figure out why. It turned out I just have a consistent problem with like a dry throat, apparently. So I do need to drink water. In fact, I'll do it right now. That was such a, I don't know, sad state of gaming at the time when everyone were doing motion controls. And me, the consumer, was screaming, going, please stop, please stop. I don't think Matthias has died a single time this stream. Yeah, I mean, some deaths don't count. They call him the gamer. He doesn't die. What? Oh, hold on. They call him the gamer. What? They say he doesn't die. What does that mean? He has a 1-up up his sleeve. He also doesn't shower. Oh, interesting. I was just reminded of a skit video made by my friend Ajakes. He has a video on his channel that no one has ever seen, except for he has like 200 views. And it's just a skit of him being naked in the shower. And it's like the whole point is that he is a gamer.
You're a gamer. Impressed. Increased hair growth, peak physical form, and your urine comes out solid. Can't say I'm not a little jealous.
If I want to see my friend covered in mustard naked in the shower, I could just go on YouTube and find that.
Now I host a furry featured Patreon where I do this for $14,000 a month. You're a freak. That's what it says on my birth certificate, along with the word splort 36 times.
Diaz, what's your obnoxious YouTuber impression? Oh, that doesn't count. Oh yeah, what if I did this? Whoa, guys, Mario is crazy. Hold up, what's this? What? I don't even think you're allowed to do this. How's that? Mario? Oh, I think this might be an illegal level. Guys, don't tell anyone about this. That's just like a rope. I've never even watched the YouTuber I'm parroting, so I can't feel like I'm doing this. But you would like emphasize, like, you would use words that don't make sense, like, this Mario level is illegal. Yeah. And you would post that on TikTok and be like, illegal Mario level. I've noticed this is, you know, I think a lot of people give the Zoomers Your accent changed completely. I was trying to think of, like, I don't know, maybe what a Swedish YouTuber would sound like. I feel like there's a worrying trend on TikTok. This is the only complaint I have about Zoomers, okay? Because I think they get too much shit. Like, everyone, brain rot and whatnot, everyone goes through that when we're young. But I think a lot of Zoomers think facts are that are interesting are more important than truth. And they don't care if something is false, if it just sounds more interesting. So you say, this Mario level is illegal? And someone would comment like, no, that's not how it works. A Mario level can't be illegal. And a TikToker would just go like, who cares? It doesn't matter. You know what he meant. So they would just keep using the wrong term intentionally, just because it sounds more interesting. It's like real-life clickbait in your conversation. I guess it is PewDiePie, early PewDiePie. People have said I sound like PewDiePie. I don't think that's fair, because, I don't know, we both grew up in the same city. I am from PewDiePie City. You can't call my accent PewDiePie accent. You can't call me PewDiePie. That's just my accent. That's just where I'm from. Oh, T is meant PewDiePie. I can't say that. I did see one time one guy though who looked a lot like him. And I was like, huh, interesting. This is pretty. That doesn't count. This is interesting because, you know, he is from my city. He's in my city, and that's a guy who just happens to look. That doesn't count exactly like him. How do I get past this guy? Mario! Stop! He just doesn't learn. They call him the gamer. Dude, this is pretty... Oh, there's a break. There's a pattern. This is like Dark Souls or something. I've never played Dark Souls. Die! Holy shit, he deserved it. In fact, I'm gonna save just to make sure that he's dead forever. It did be impossible. Guys, no one has made it this far into Super Mario before. He just killed... You can't kill this guy. He's breaking the game. I accepted death. I have to focus on 3 things. Oh my god, he could jump down. Mario. Please. Oh my god. No. It's not worth it. Honestly, you should try Soyobon action if you think this is frustrating. Oh, what is that? I'm curious. Interesting, interesting. Okay, I've never heard of this game before, but I can very clearly tell it's like a Nico Doga Mario, is that right? Cat Mario? Okay, okay. Interesting, interesting. I think I might be a cat when it comes to furrydom. This is my conclusion after having been asked. I don't know why people keep asking me this, I guess. But what animal I would be if I were a furry? And I think I've settled on cat now. I think I'm into it. Cat Mario, Cat Matthias. There's a pattern here. Cato. I thought you were a fish in a flesh suit. The lore is fluid. I could be a catfish. Isn't that what's their name? Sameko is? The new biggest VTuber? She's like cat and a fish. People are just gonna think I'm ripping her off, actually. I need to settle on one thing before people call me out as a ripping off Sameko. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, holy shit. Hold on, she is a cat and she is a fish. Yeah, I'm screwed. I need to settle. Mario, please, Mario. So far, I've quite enjoyed just keeping things very fluid with streaming. You actually are kind of a catfish in the sense that you both live forever. Wait, you should try Usada Pecora. Oh, yeah. I could be a blue bunny. I like Pecora. I haven't seen a ton of her stuff. Mario. Don't do that. Mario! Well, hold on. I think I've noticed a pattern here, though. Because, like, there's, like, 2 buttons for jumping. And the button for running is also... There's something... I need to look into the controls, I think. A, jump. B, jump. Run, run. Really? What the hell? Interesting. Okay, so I could... Okay, there actually was like an interesting thing with the controls then that I hadn't really considered. but I was using the same button for jumping and running and assuming that was the case for just how you play the game, I guess. Based on how you play literally every other Mario game. Okay, I can't keep making excuses. I am to blame, damn it. But I like keeping things fluid. I'm an old man today. I could have long hair like this. That was actually what I was trying to show. Not this. Not this. No, wait, this. This. Because I think part of it is just like, I've actually thought about streaming for such a long time, and I could not make up my mind on anything. Like, Mario, please. Mario! I could not, I was thinking about streaming for a long time, right? Mario. It's John Lennon? Oh yeah, I guess so. I guess I could see that. Oh, Mario. I was thinking about streaming for a long time, but I could never make up my mind about, like, VTuber or theme, because you look at, like, a lot of VTubers. Oh, damn it. This is really difficult. I was basically just overthinking it for a long time, so I decided eventually to just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna make it a thing that I go with, like, go with the flow of whatever I feel like at the moment. I should not have survived that, but I'll just go with it. So I made just whatever I feel like for whatever. I was a monkey, then I was like, maybe not. I tried out being a fish. I quite like being a fish, actually. Damn it. But then, even from then, I knew my goal is to eventually be human. And now I'm a human. I'm kind of still sticking with it, going with the flow. Oh, I need to hurry up. I ain't got time for this. It's just that easy. I think there's something to VTubing that is really interesting to me, but I'm trying not to think of it how everyone else would necessarily approach it at the same time. I'm trying to think a bit outside of the box. Like, not really doing anything different. It's basically just streaming. But I don't know, I don't like most designs, I guess, and I don't like... Oh, I could die from just jumping on him. I kind of like how normal things can be. Like, I like when a character just looks like they're from an anime, and not when they're, like, over-detailed, like a gacha game. And it's fine to enjoy that, but it's just like, it's not how I would want to do it. That's fucked up, he just threw him to his death. So I'll try to avoid it, if it's possible. It turns out it is. Would you cry if they announced that Mario died? I think I would. I would shed a tear. Absolutely. Hold up! Hello, the Amazing Hammer. Hold on. Pause everything. I'll even put on my regular outfit for this one. The Amazing Hammer is here. This was all a trick. Welcome to the courtroom. We need to have a talk. Okay? Now, I was going through my held comments at one point, okay? Oh, could it be the case that there's any held comments in my YouTube comments? Alright? No, surely not. No, that doesn't happen. Until I saw one thing that appeared, one single comment that showed up. The Amazing Hammer. Hi, I just wanted to say, fuck your channel. Fuck my channel. Okay, go on, explain yourself. Because I am also the judge. Alright? I will allow one defense. Someone said the complete opposite. Interesting. Interesting. I can't believe anyone would do this. I can see objection. Okay, I'm curious to hear an objection other than this. I was supposed to be a funny joke. Okay. Oh, all right. I saw this and it was completely for me. It was completely. How should I put it? without any context. Hi, I just wanted to say fuck your channel. My channel. Well, I sentenced you. I don't know. What do I do now? What can I sentence you to? I sentence you to become a mod on Twitch. The worst punishment there is. Your Honor, the amazing Hammer made a mistake in time for wrong comment. Well, it kind of said, okay, I guess it doesn't necessarily say my channel. I think we've seen enough. We've sentenced him to moderation. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, that's loud. Okay, that's back to the game now. Clap. I've had that in my backlog ever since I saw that one comment. Probably a month ago. I was hoping it would be worth it one day. I think it's been like 6 months. I think it might be at 1.5. I don't know. I don't think I've even. Oh my god, my model is so poor quality now. I even forgot my shortcut. Oh my god, I'm huge. I really need to rethink how I'm making these models. Okay, I can go long hair for a while. Why not? All right, we're back. It's Kurt Cobain. That's me. Actually, he's blonde, isn't it? Oh my god, time. What was it? What did I say? I completely forgot about what I was talking about before that. That doesn't count. It's me. Actually, I had long hair. In my... It's been a long time since I had long hair. Since I was like 19, 20? And I had long hair down to my shoulders. No, I remember now. It was school. I must have been 18, 19. And I had long hair down to my shoulders. And at one point, I just decided, fuck this. I hate having long hair. Like, you have long hair right now? Yeah. Maybe you can, like, I don't know, relate to what I'm saying. When I'm saying long hair is, like, actually, like, really difficult to maintain if you want it to look good. And I was you know, maybe in the defense of long hair, I was a teenager who fought taking care. I wanted to have long hair, but I also thought I can't take care of my long hair because that would be gay. So I didn't do it. I wanted what I wanted to have, but I also was like, oh, I can't come across as feminine with my long, beautiful hair. It needs to look good, but it can't be maintained properly. So, you know, that was kind of the mentality I had at the time. Typical teenager stuff. But even then, I thought I couldn't even within the phase of like facing the maintenance of long hair. I was like, I give up. I can't handle this. So I think it was well, oh man, maybe I should have thought through my punishment. now I've given someone too much control. Or maybe the punishment is I give someone control and then I take it away. That's like the most brutal thing. God damn it. Nah, he's a mod now. It's out of my control. Anyway, basically the point I was reaching to was like, I was 18 to 19. It was like the last couple of weeks from school, and I decided I'm gonna shave my head because I can't stand having long hair anymore. It's too much maintenance. Just as easy as that. There we go. And I waited until school is over. So now I remember, I actually wanted to like have short hair for a long time because I started to hate having long hair. I think this was like a 1 year before I had even decided to shave it off. I decided I'm gonna wait until school is over. God damn it. Because that way no one will no one will make it a big deal. Right? Of like, oh my god, Matthias, he is the long hair guy. He is known for having long hair. No, I shaved it off with what's it called, like a electric razor. So complete from long hair down to my shoulders, a buzz cut. And part of that was just like I couldn't help but imagine like it probably would feel amazing to just shave it all off, right? And it did. It felt amazing. And, like, it would also be fun as a shock to the system for everyone I know. I didn't tell anyone this. I was just like, yeah, I wanted to be mysterious, but wanted to to be known. And I mean, and that was kind of like my regret after I shaved my head of like, oh man, I spent so long just building up the idea of like, it would be cool to, I would like to, oh, damn, I could still die from that. I didn't want to make it a big deal at school. But then once I did shave it, it was such a big deal to me that I regret it. I spent so long just overthinking it, when I could have been the cool guy at school who showed up at the last day of school with a shaved head. Maybe I could show it. My long hair that I had. Honestly, I could shave my head if I have an interview on first day. I think, you know, whatever looks good. I think the best thing is always, like, you should have what suits you. Like, I don't think, if I grew long hair now, it would not suit me, so I just wouldn't have it. But I do like I like the aesthetic of it. I definitely vibe with it aesthetically. Oh, can I just drag this onto OBS? Yeah, that's me as a teenager with long hair. My god, how time has passed. Doxed. Just standard, like, metalhead teenager. Oh my god, I looked so beautiful. I was a little twink. My god. Look at me. That's probably the best my long hair ever looked. Just that specific day. Stop! I don't look like PewDiePie. One thing to say I sound like him. That's just my genes. I'm genetically PewDiePie. I feel like I've known several people look like you. Yeah. I feel like, metalhead Swede Scandinavian. We kind of have like a consistent look. You should do with two. Should. I don't know. Bright pink hair dye. Why did I do that? Mario. Oh, damn it. Oh, god damn it. But I will say, I was kind of thinking of having like a long hair VTuber for a while. And basically the only reason would be aesthetically long hair. Still beautiful. Still like it. Yeah, this is too much. They're just coming in. Why were you supposed to do that? Why would they do that? Why are they just moving towards me? They've never done that before. They're just straight up, they know. It's like they're aware. They're bullying me. This is not what they're supposed to be doing. My god. My god. Whoa. There we go. Just move past it. Move. Mario. My god. I picked up the habit. There's one specific streamer who does this exact same thing. Oh my god. I'm back here. Margo. Akiaji Margo keeps referring to Mario in third person when playing Mario. And now I've picked up the exact same habit because I can't relate to Mario. I cannot be him. Smasher keyboard? Maybe. Hey, can we, like, take back Shigeru Miyamoto's, like, game award? Can we do that? Is that allowed? I'm gonna save state. My rare save state, which I never do. Whew, I swore against Miyamoto so many times when I had my SMB1 phase a bit back. Yeah, understandable. Understandable. Mario. Margo was so right in doing that. Just disassociating from Mario. It just feels right when you do it. Man, I have a very weird specific childhood memory of Mario, but I don't know how to explain it without going... I don't know, I don't think I would get in trouble or anything. But there was this celebration at the the Nintendo headquarters in Sweden. And it was specifically because they had renamed the street that the headquarters is on. That doesn't count. To Mario's Street. So they invited all the Nintendo fans in Sweden to come to this little... No. thing. And I was there with my mom, and they had like contests at the place where you could like compete to win like a Game and Watch stuff and little games and stuff like that. Nothing too big. But my mom completely misinterpreted, wow, this is really difficult. she completely misinterpreted the whole thing, because all of the awards were held in these 2 tents where you could just go in and look at them. And my mom thought, oh, you can just grab anything you want, and she encouraged all of me and all of my siblings, hey, just grab the games, just take them for free, they're handing them out. And we went, okay, cool. So I got a bunch of free like Game & Watch games because I stole them as encouraged by my mom. Is it really supposed to be like this? Oh. And, interesting. Oh, you're supposed to go in a specific pattern, I see. Yeah, and I didn't really think too much of it as a kid. I was just like, okay, cool. Then I started thinking, like, hold on. Isn't it strange that, like, all of these games are free to grab? But, like, no one else is grabbing them. Like, me and my siblings, we are the only ones who have grabbed these free video games. Isn't that strange? It's not like it's me and a bunch of other kids. What's going on? And I asked one of the employees, like, hey, are these games just, like, free to grab? You're allowed to grab them? And he looked at me like I was stupid and said, like, no. You're supposed to, like, win them. We're having, like, contests. And then I think it was, like, right after that, an employee turned to him and said, like, yeah, we need to close up the tents. There's a bunch of games missing. Like, someone stole the games. And that's when I realized, like, oh no, I think we weren't supposed to do that. And yeah, I think if anything, maybe I helped teach Nintendo a lesson. I didn't do it out of malice. I genuinely don't think my mom was like, we're going to steal stuff. I think she also genuinely was just like, oh, it's free stuff. You know, they had no security or anything. It was literally just like a tent you walked into. I give, maybe I'm a mama's boy, but I give my mom benefit of a doubt. Am I going to lie that is awesome? I mean, yeah. And also, one of my brother's friends was there. He showed up late though. And we told him, or my brother rather told him, like, oh, you should have come earlier. They were just handing out free games. And he was like, oh man, I missed with free games? I missed free game... What the hell? What did I do? Oh, there's another fire coming from below, I think. What? My brother... Oh, right, I ran out of time. Right, I see. Anyway, my brother's friend showed up, and my brother told him, like, oh, you missed out. They had all these free games, and he was upset, like, oh man, I missed out. And I just gave him one of my games because I felt bad about stealing, and the other thing was just like, this doesn't mean anything to me. Like, it was given to me for free, and I shouldn't have it. And he was very happy about that. He got a free Game & Watch. It's insane I think Game & Watch games are like super expensive today. They're like a rarity. Can't believe I didn't keep on to that. That's like early Nintendo memorabilia. And also at the festival I actually met Mario. Also, actually here's a problem I have to give Nintendo that isn't their fault. Okay? I met Mario at the festival that Nintendo invited me to as a kid. And Mario was how do you phrase it? It was a little person dressed in a Mario outfit. And I don't think he wanted to be there, because the Mario I met at that festival was not very happy. It was a little person dressed as Mario, and he was handing out, like, stickers or something like that to kids. Yeah, I think if they had asked, like, Mario, or they had asked Mario, if they had asked Nintendo, like, are we allowed to do this? Nintendo would have said, no, don't do that. Don't dress up a little person as Mario and make him do stuff for you. And I asked, he was handing me something. And I think after that experience, I wanted to be as clear as possible. Like, am I allowed to take this? So I asked Mario, oh, I can just take this? And he just looked at me with this, like, angry expression. And he said in the deepest voice that I did not expect, like, just take it. I don't think he wanted to be there. I think looking back at it now, maybe he felt like a bit humiliated. But yeah, so that was my experience meeting Mario as a kid, yeah. Woohoo! Woohoo! I actually met the guy. And you know what? I can see why he's upset. I think even as a kid, I was just like, this is wrong, you can't do this. I had no consciousness of what was, I don't know, right or wrong. But even then, I was just like, can't do that, you can't do this. Maybe that's your cover too, because Nintendo wants to put that event behind them. Maybe. It was a really weird event. I can't imagine it was approved at all by Nintendo headquarters. It's so fucking funny. It sounds like it is really weird looking back at it as like, for one, that would never happen today. And I don't think that was okay even at the time. And I can't believe anyone just like approved of that. It genuinely sounds like something someone would make up as, I don't know, a joke. Like, what if we dress up like a little person as Mario and make him hand out things to kids? And maybe in their head, they imagined, oh, he will be happy and glad just like Mario. And instead, they got a little person who was maybe like not fully informed about what he would be doing. And he's extremely upset about it. It's like, the shit I have to get through to just to get paid. He was not there to make kids happy. Reminds me of that scene from Elf. I guess that is like basically what I experienced. I've experienced that in real life. And I guess that's just been a part of my core memories. And now that I'm talking about it out loud, I'm kind of realizing how much that stands out as a really weird thing. I just remembered something else that's not really exciting to hear about. I quote-unquote stole a Donkey Kong plushie from that event. I guess I did steal it, but unintentionally. And I loved that Donkey Kong plushie. I have not thought about that plushie in the longest time. But man, that plushie of Donkey Kong was so awesome. And I think I would always have it in the car, even though I was too old to be... Oh yeah, he can kill me. I was definitely too old to be carrying something like that around. Oh, you can just kill him also. Oh my god, I'm stuck in a death loop. My god. Donkey Kong. He used to mean something to me. And maybe it will happen again. Oh, can I get it? There we go. I wish I could have met Luigi in real life too. I bet he would have been nice. If I had met Luigi as a kid, and under normal circumstances, I think he would have told me, hey, don't worry about Mario. It's all going to be alright. If I had met Donkey Kong as a kid, he would have squashed me. He would have, like, thrown something at me that would have killed me, or he would have just, I don't know, used his big fists to destroy me. I would have been fine, I guess. This is... I hope people are okay with me just playing the game, basically, and chatting. I hope no one came here and was like, what the fuck is this gameplay? Is this unwatchable? This is not why we're here. Don't worry, I'm still stitching all the depths out and going to upload no depth run to YouTube. Oh boy. I think that might cause more trouble. People are going to be like, holy shit, this guy is amazing. This might be the best Mario player ever. How it's just a level of these guys, really? You know what? I think this game might suck. I don't know. I think, you know what? I think maybe Shigeru Miyamoto was not hitting it hard with this one. I think Shigeru Miyamoto maybe got a bit lazy here. I always wanted to make a splice run, but like, while telling people it's... I think that would be a good bit. I would do a spliced run, but then insist. I would always insist. No, it's real. Why is it so? Why does it look like that? Because I was playing it on hardware, real hardware, and sometimes it looks like that when you stream it. I've never seen that before. Yeah. I mean, I wanted the hardware. Why does the going out change between levels? I don't know, dude. My nose is old. Yeah, I mean, it's like it was a known glitch at the time. I see. I have to go through these pipes. But I think I just literally just hit the same pipe I did before. I don't even know. I think that might be the same pipe again now that I think about it. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. What about this pipe though? Okay, you're fine. Oh boy. I have no clue. This might take a while. Oh my god. I think Shigeru Miyamoto had something in mind that was maybe not possible to do at the time that he was doing this one. Oh god, I'm back to the beginning, am I? Oh god, I am. The guy who has no memory has to play a video game. What the hell is this? Am I getting filtered by Mario? Holy! I did it, I'm a genius. Genius God Gamer. Oops. I have 13 seconds to beat this level. I can't... How am I supposed to do that? Hold on. There's no way. I will try against all odds. Can I do it? What the fuck is this? I had 1 second left. I don't... How do I deal with this? I guess I'll just try again, I guess. Oh my god. There's no way I would be able to just beat this game without save states and all that. There's no way. Even as a kid, it must just be insane. I can't imagine that I ever beat this game as a kid. I don't even know if I ever made it this far as a kid. I can't imagine that I did. I don't know. I don't think I don't think so. I know I owned this game, but now that I think about it, maybe I just didn't like this version of Mario, so I just like skipped this one in favor of the upper all-stars games. Oh, I beat the game. Did I? Oh. You know, that might actually make sense on why it was so difficult. I was beginning to think, how far into the game am I? Thank you, Mario. The kingdom is saved. Now try a more difficult quest. What the fuck are you talking about? I just saved you. What do you mean? That's not good enough for you? Imagine getting saved from like a kidnapping. And like people arrive and save you from being kidnapped, and they are like, you're safe now, and you're just like, huh, good work, Captain. But maybe you should try something harder. Yeah, Peach, I can see why you're just a friend. Wow, it really just started me back at the beginning again. How about it? Well, save and quit. I beat all of Mario 1. Can you believe it? Being saved from a burning building, thank you. Here, have you tried a similar burning building? Man, Peach sucks. What a terrible person. Completely understandable why. I don't think I ever made it that far. I don't think I ever beat this game as a kid. Completely understandable. And I guess the lost levels is probably what she's referring to. Alright, alright. I'll just have... I'm not gonna play this, but I do want to have a look. Just a quick look-see. Oh, you could play as Luigi in this one. Right. Is this the same game again? Oh, the lost level suck. I'll take your word for it. I'll just quit right now. I could look a bit at Mario 2. It's been a long time. Oh wait, I literally played this the second last stream. I completely forgot I did that. Right, yeah, because I wanted to look at Ninja. But you know what? This was my go-to Mario game as a kid. Actually, no, it wasn't. I just remembered. No, it was a different one. It was not this one. I was really set on beating SMB1 without Warp Zone or save states for a while. It was such a grind, and I got to 8-3. Yeah, I can imagine. And I did use a warp zone at one point, but it was only because I was in character as the guy doing illegal Mario. The illegal Mario level, that was why I had to do it, alright? Oh yeah, I did love this one as well. I think out of All-Stars, this was my go-to. Illegal Mario level? If it weren't for that one bit, I would have just not warped. But you know what? It was totally worth it. I just beat SMB2 while watching the stream. I only used 3 warp pipes and 100 rollbacks. Good job. Good job. My god. I think I will be back to streaming. I quite enjoyed streaming. It's been a lot of fun. And thank you everyone for watching, allowing me to reach affiliate. It's been very interesting. And it's been, how should I put it? Thank you, thank you. I do realize that 2 hours is kind of... Thank you, Gabagool. Thank you for the lurk. I don't know, I quite like streaming. I didn't think I would enjoy it so much, but now that I've gotten into it, I keep saying this every time I'm ending stream, how much fun. I'll add this as a thing. I remember watching VTubers, like, some time ago, and a lot of them were, like, laughing and smiling a lot of time, and it kind of made me annoyed, because I was like, they're playing it up, they're like, acting. Because no one smiles or laughs that much. But now that I have gotten into streaming, I kind of feel like I get it. Like, it's just genuinely a good time streaming and just, like, letting loose a bit and playing games and, like, indulging in, I don't know, chatting to people, random strangers, people who are interested. So I totally get it now. I've been doing the same thing that I used to think was like, no one does this. Now there is joy in my heart, yeah. Like, I used to be miserable, and now I'm slightly less miserable, but there's the spark of hopefulness. Oh, that's a sad note. I'm not miserable. I'm just a streamer now. Good night.
Oh, Matthias. Hi. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. You beat Mario? Like, for good? Oh, Mario won? Oh, shit. You were, like, actually gaming. You beat like a real video game. Mario 1 is so fucked up. Like, for real. I picked up your habit of screaming Mario because he's a little bitch. He's not doing what he should be. He doesn't listen to when he should. He's such a brat.